You got any tips when it comes to regular content creation on YouTube? My personal advice, and you know everybody could say something different, but find out what you want to do when it comes down to content and how you want to display it. How are you going to separate yourself from other content creators in the same field as you? So, regular content just starting out, you know, it's basically going to be you throwing a bunch of darts at the wall to see what stick and what works. And then once you find something that works, it's just continuing to just do it. Disregard the haters, don't worry about them, because you won't be able to please everybody. Just keep pumping out content if you love it. If it's something that you see yourself doing, just keep uploading, keep pushing to get better, do better. And as time go on, the grind pays off. Some tips though. I would recommend getting an editor. Now, of course, just starting out, you would probably want to do it yourself. And of course, expenses and money, you know, that play a part too. So if you feel like you can afford an editor, please get an editor. That's like tip number one I'm going to tell that to anybody, because you do not want to be that person that's creating content and then got to put 2 to 3 hours, maybe even more, to edit the footage. And then rinse and repeat to go back and make more content, then do it all over again. That's going to drain the living crap out of you. So if you could afford an editor, please get an editor.
Yeah, I like him kind of like trying to take advantage of the little flash that he gets.
Where does one find an editor? Oh, you can look on Twitter. Or you could post on Twitter and be like, hey.
A few times over where we use the visual effects to throw people off guard.
Yeah.
You could be like, hey, I'm looking for somebody that's going to be willing to create. Well, I'm looking for an editor, somebody who could help grow with me, you know, who's available. But yeah, there's a website, I forgot what it's called. I forgot. There's a certain website where you can actually hire an artist. I mean, hire an editor. I forgot what it's called though. If you want it bad enough, you'll do it all yourself. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good mindset to have, Preacher. But sooner or later, you're gonna get burnt out. How many creators nowadays are actually still doing it by themselves and don't have an editor?
Very rare.
Fiverr, yeah, that's the website.
He's going to be driving by a little bit with the driver forward. Does it again, but Kaba, with the reactions, he's like, you know what, you can come to me. Yeah. If I'm charging down back, yeah, you could easily try to do that. If I see green, I'm going in.
Precisely right. All that he needed when he has the charge is to up into a button.
I feel like, well, look, I'm speaking from my experience. When I first started YouTube, I was doing everything myself. I was doing everything myself. So it got to a point where it cut into me streaming, me doing something that I know. It cut into the time where I could have been creating, because I had to sit in front of this computer and edit hours of footage just to turn it into like a 10 or 15-minute video.
Yeah, I like that, protecting his drive meter, even if they're not perfect parries.
So,
but
like I said, it's always good to step into that field and see if you can handle it, right? So once you get the basic editing skills down, and you will be able to decide, like, I could do this. I could put along a schedule that's gonna not take too long, where, okay, I could do this for 2 hours, stream for this amount of time, create, and then edit again. You know, get a feel for it. If you feel like you can do it, by all means, do everything yourself. But if you feel like you'd rather put that time in somewhere else and not have to waste it on editing, you're going to want an editor.
As soon as he makes him block something, Kaba letting it rip. What a whiff.
Shoulder for shoulders.
And no, he's looking kind of helpless here, man.
Working smarter, not harder. Exactly. Content at the end of the day, whether you're a streamer, YouTuber, whatever, it's all about investing into yourself. So if you feel like this is something you could do, you would definitely invest into what you need to put money into to make it easier for you. So editor, better equipment,
Cloud9,
all that
being
nine.
able to take a game off of Kaba. A big counterplay that it paid off.
The prospect of editing content and streaming is daunting? Yes.
A fair chance to kind of equalize now.
Streaming itself is time consuming based off of if you're doing 3 hours, 4 hours, up to 10 to 12 hours, right? So say you do a 12-hour stream because you just love streaming and you got a community that's going to be keeping you active and busy, right? Say you do 12 hours.
Let him get one game,
but you still got to upload a video. Oh, you forgot you do your own editing, so now you still got to do that. That's exhausting.
He'll show you some things that you're not
That's a lot.
Especially a Louis Mandolson.
I've been there, done that. That's a headache.
Absolutely, I would say so. And I think
never again.
At the helm of the character as well, you got to take that into account, right? Someone as solid, and the playstyle of Meta RD, I think, really lends itself to a character like Zangief.
But yeah, main tips for show, Toe, make sure it's something that you want to do. Don't worry about what people say. If people are giving you exact, help you grow criticism, then yeah, listen to it. But if people just hating, block it out. Because the content that you push, the content that you take a love for, everybody not gonna like it.
But when you go button for button in terms of range, I mean, Zangief is up there.
Find out how it's going to work into your schedule to make it fit for what you do. Do you research whoever your favorite creator is, look at how they present themselves. Look at the thumbnails that they do that work for them, and then kind of like work it into your flow with a different twist on it to make it your style. And just accept the fact that success in streaming and content doesn't happen overnight. It's a bunch of darts that you have to throw at a wall. Most will fall. One might stick. When that one stick, keep on pushing, keep on grinding. It all come together.